Face with monocle, 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 face with monocle.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With Greg Anthony. And Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Here's Montero. Outside, Jones fires the three. Randolph grabs the board. Williams looking around. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. One-on-one fast break. And the layup is good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
About a minute played so far here in the first. There's the pick. Inside. Rima. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Pass to Horde. Clock at 4. Ball's knocked loose. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Ojale. Bangs home the trifecta.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Horde. Outside Williams. And here's Randolph. The 11-footer. Knocked away. Here's Jones. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Pass to Horde. And they're moving it up. Here's Ojale. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Ojale's got 5 points so far. Here's Horde. Lets a floater go. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Montero. Outside, Jones. Got a hand on it. Dives for it. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. And so here's the home team. Offline with its 3. Back to Williams. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Ojale. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Randolph with the ball. Still without a basket. Shot clock at 5. Jokic. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. to Brima. Here's Montero. He's covered by Randolph. Yep, it counts.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Takes the three. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Right side Jones. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Pass to Montero. Here's Brima. Baseline jumper. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Randolph, no one around him. Misses the three. Jones for three. Randolph grabs the board.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
On the basket by Jones.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Down low to stop the drought.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Montero. .122 left in the first quarter. Here's Brima. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Brima missing. Right side Randolph. And it's Randolph with the jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Montero. They set the pick. Pass to Ojale. Connects from three-point range. Ojale's got 8 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Horn. .34 seconds left in the first quarter. Williams inside. Tries again. And he lays it up and in. 6 points for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency.
Puda Valencia.
Buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Montero. Screen by Jones. Montero, no good.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the inside. pass to Jovic. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Clark outside. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Second shot opportunity. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
To the wing right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is off.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he sinks the second. Driving the lane. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And he dunks it down.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he makes the first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. To the paint. The steal. Fast break, here they come. Costello, good.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Acht Veljko hard hands, light skin tone person bouncing ball, light skin tone.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Clark outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Clark's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. And the 3-ball is good. 7 points in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They set the screen for 3. Kept alive to the right side. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's off on the first. And no good on the second free throw. So he goes 0 for 2 there.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim. There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Horde. Pass to Williams. Here's Horde. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. Jokic buries it from three-point range.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Here's the screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Jovic. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. .157 left here in the second. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the two free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
.144 left to play here in the half. Pass to Horde. Alley-oop try. One-on-one fast break. Here's Ojale. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. So he gets them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Horde. Over to the left wing. Randolph in the post. Ojale grabs the rebound. .50 seconds left in the second quarter. And here's the fast break. Here's Williams. Pass to Horde. And they call an illegal screen here.
Two fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. They set the pick. Here's Montero. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Silla boga ni moli ali ni bog silla ni voli.
Guys, nothing has really come easy for them today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Jokic. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Ojale. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Up 19. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. To the left wing. Outside Williams. 4 on the shot clock. To the inside. Off with the layup. Here's Jones. Buries it down low. Jones has got 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And that one misses. It's tipped. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And there's the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. 14 points for him.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Inside. Lima. Rips it home after the terrific move.
Eyes.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
To the middle. Shoots. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Horde. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Montero, no good.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The first one falls. That one is no good. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Pass to Montero. Shoots a 3. Here's Ojale. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Montero. Kicks it out to Jones. The three. Board craps the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Inside. Lets it fly. And Jones pulls it down.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lays it up off the glass. Jones has got 8.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Here's Randolph. And a miss there on the triple. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
There's the pick. Into the lane. Shot's good by Montero.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Pass to Horde. Down low. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Montero. He has 6. Drives to the hoop. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
There's the screen. Jokovitis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
From the corner. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
To the paint. It's deflected. Here's the break. He lobs it up.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. To the inside. And it's blocked. 1:15 left in the third. Clark outside. For the three. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Clark's got 5.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Pass to Jovic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And they're on the break. .36 seconds left in the third. Right wing. Another shot. No good that time. Launches it from deep. The shot comes out. Gets it off. The 3/4 of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our... And there may not be a lot of drama down the
Highlight.
stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future.
Gatsy, Gatsy, Gatsy.
What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Stripped away. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Outside, Jones lets the 3 fly. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets. And he drives in. Shayok can't hit.
Well, just inexcusable not to finish that one off, especially since the defense wasn't really a factor there.
And that one, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Pass to Clark. Here's Shayok. 5 on the clock. Here's Cohen. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Over to the wing. Here's Jovic. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
To the middle. It's stolen. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
Yeah, that's a careless foul. Look, you like that he's being aggressive, but you also have to be disciplined.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Montero. Pass to Jones. Lets it go. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Pass to Montero. Just 5 on the clock. Driving inside. Off on the layup. Here's Horde. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And here's Jones. Pass to Montero. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Out left to the wing. Here's Horde. The shot from the low post is good. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Trains the three-pointer.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And that one misses. Both teams deciding to change it up. Good on the second free throw. Here's Montero. Pass to Ojale. Out to the wing. It's picked off. Down low. Here's Horde. Pulls up. No good on that one.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
To the right side. Pick by Williams. 6 to shoot. Randolph. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the left side wing. Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The first free throw is good. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. $127 left in the fourth quarter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And so here's the home team. To the paint. The layup off target. Here's Randolph. Unable to get that one. They swipe it. Pass to Horde. There's a screen by Williams. No good with the layup. Here's Jovic. There's a screen. Here's the three. The second chance effort. Rejected by Randolph. Pass to Williams. Outside Randolph. Picked by Williams. 5 to shoot. No good on the shot. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Metallica.